chase me all your life, but you can't outrun the river.
Good morning, Davie County Diggers. This is Chris Boardwine coming back to you on another dig. And first things first, today is 10 November 2018, and I'm representing my beloved Marine Corps. Today is the Marine Corps birthday. Hoorah, Semper Fi. I'm back in my hometown, and I've got this really awesome permission. I just met some really cool folks. They were super nice to me. Just went up and did some door knocking and talked to them. They gave me some Civil War history from the Battle of Chancellorsville and the Battle of Fredericksburg that you will not believe. Hang out to the end of the video and I'm going to show you what they gave to me already. I haven't even started detecting, but look at this beautiful home behind me. It's 1850s and it is gorgeous. The family has just moved in within the last year and are just super nice to me. Gave me free run of the land. I'm really excited about this permission. I'm hoping it turns out to be great. Hang with me and I'll be with you on the first good dig. Guys, I started up here at the front porch area, and first target was it was in the low 80s, but it was scratchy little signal, real shallow, around 2 inches. It's a tag of some kind. Not exactly sure what it went to, but that's pretty cool. Well, I worked that little section of yard over there, and I got that little tag, but that was about it. And kind of started working on this side of the sidewalk over here. And I had a scratchy little target. I almost didn't dig it, and it was down really deep, around 6 inches, and I'm sure that the sun is going to prevent us from seeing this real good, but I definitely have an Indian head scent. You can make out the headdress there. I hope you can see that a little bit. The back is a little bit better. You can clearly make out the 1 cent. I can't get a date off of it yet, but I will clean that up when I get home, hoping it's old. First coin of the yard. All right, pretty cool. Hope to find a bunch more. So guys, I'm back. It is a gorgeous Saturday. I can't get over how beautiful it is and how beautiful this house is. I'm so appreciative that they let me come here, but it's been slow going a little bit since that Indian head. I found a little bit of clad, but I just got on a scratchy little high 70s, low 80s signal, and I got a bullet. I don't think it's super old, but the base is hollow, and there does appear to be a ring. I may need to clean that up just a little bit more and do some research on it, but hey, pretty cool. I like it. Well, hey folks, I have worked my way around to the side yard, and I wanted to show you this building that the homeowners have on their property. This is the oldest school in the county that I live in. It was the boys' school, and it was built around 1827. It's an old brick 2-room schoolhouse that is really cool. It was heated with a stove inside, a little chimney, and man, this property is just all kinds of cool. I'm hoping to get on some better finds, but I'm really happy to be out here today and having a great time detecting. And just wanted to show you that old building. A lot of the history where I'm detecting at is just so cool. All right, back with the next find. Well, y'all have moved on to the back of the house. The front just wasn't producing a whole lot. I'm not sure if it was hit before or not, but you can kind of see the old schoolhouse over there. And I'm in the backyard. I'm at the base of this tree, and I had a real good signal, real shallow, and ended up being a pretty green wheat scent. 19 and 19 is the date that I got off with the loop. So if nothing else today, I have hit the penny trifecta. I found a Indian head, a wheat scent, and a modern memorial penny. So would love to find a silver coin. I'm gonna keep working towards that and stay positive and just keep swinging this detector and see what I can come up with. Well, y'all, the shadow's getting long and my time is getting short, but I have just pulled something out of the hole that I have never found before. I see them found all the time, but for me, this is a new one. I got me a thimble. Let me go ahead and shut the camera off and I'll clean it up and let you look at it. Okay, so I got the thimble cleaned up just a little bit with the dry brush out here. It was ringing up about 80 on the detector, so I'm not really sure that that's silver, but hey, it's a thimble. I'll take it. First one in the books. Okay, we've got a little bit of time left. We're going to see if we can find something else cool before we get out of here. Well, hey guys, I'm back in from the hunt and I've got all my finds laid out. You can see the pile of junk that I found. Nothing spectacular there, just normal everyday run-of-the-mill stuff that you would expect to find digging in yards metal detecting. I did find this piece. I don't believe I filmed this. I believe that this could be a bridle rein or a piece of horse tack. I found that tag. I thought it was pretty interesting. The address does not match the homeowner's address exactly, but the numbers are real close. So I just wonder if that might have had something to do with the addressing on the street or a key to a home or something along those lines. I'm just not sure. I did find this thimble. It's in pretty rough shape. I know a lot of guys, while they're out metal detecting, find thimbles a lot. This is actually the first one that I've ever found. This is really interesting, guys. I showed this to a couple people, and there was actually one person that kind of thought that this itself could have been a thimble. I'm not convinced about that. I think that the diameter of the hole is just a little bit too small, unless the user would have had really small fingers. But I'm more inclined to think like a lipstick tube, something along those lines, but it's really heavy, and that's what's got me a little bit perplexed. There's actually a patent date on it down there, and I have found several lipstick tubes, and this just doesn't feel like that to me. It feels heavier and more significant. So if anybody knows what that is, give me a shout, let me know. Did find this little pistol bullet. Not terribly old, I don't think. I found a 1993 zinc penny and a 1981 copper memorial penny. And then the two finds that I'm probably most proud of today, the 1919 wheat cent. It's got a nice green patina on it. And then my first coin that dates me into the 1800s. I have found artifacts back into the 1700s, but as far as coins go, this is it. Puts me in the 1800s club, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So I alluded to earlier in the video that the homeowner gave me something cool. I'm ready to show you. Hang on. All right, guys. Well, first things first, today is Veterans Day. If you are a veteran, have served our country honorably, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for your honor, your courage, and your sacrifice. Our country is indebted to you. We love you, and we can't say enough about how much we are appreciative of what you've done. Now let's work our way back just a little bit. I started this video by showing and talking to you guys a little bit about how I had gotten something really, really cool from the property owner. And it kind of dovetails into a conversation about door knocking. And I'm not going to go all the way into door knocking, but what I wanted to share with you guys is, for me personally, when I first started metal detecting, the concept of walking up to somebody's door that I didn't know and asking for permission to metal detect and dig holes in their yard or cut plugs, it was a concept that is very, very abstract to me. I didn't feel comfortable at all doing it. And honestly, the first time I ever did it, I really had to like drive around the block 5 times and work up a bunch of courage. And it was just something I struggled with, and I still do to this day. It's something that's coming easier to me, but like I said, it was just not something that I felt entirely comfortable with. When I first started metal detecting, I would find public places, schools, parks where I felt comfortable with, and I didn't have to necessarily get a permission. But ultimately, sometimes when you want to get onto older coins or older relics, sometimes you got to go where the older things are, so you're going to end up having a door knock. So my thought today is I would encourage you guys to do that. If it's not in your wheelhouse, if it's not something you're comfortable about, go on the internet. There's a lot of cool things out there that'll teach you how to properly door knock and some things to avoid when you door knock. For me personally, I went ahead and went on Vistaprint and I had some business cards made up. And so it kind of extends a professionalism to you. When you come up to somebody's door, you can hand them a business card. It's got your contact information on there. That, you know, they know that they'll be able to get in touch with you later if something goes on. But for me, being able to give that business card out, it's helped. I firmly believe that. So getting back to yesterday's story, I just went and knocked on the door. It was a home that I had looked at many, many times, but quite frankly, I was intimidated. I just thought that with the house being as historic as it was, that they'd probably say no. And you know what? There's going to be some people out there that are like that and just aren't going to let you do it. But you're going to meet a lot of really, really cool people along the way, just like I did yesterday. Susan and Kent were super nice to me. They had lived in that 1850s home less than a year. They were really proud of it, and they wanted to show it off. And so when I went up and explained to them what I was doing, instead of getting a scowl like I kind of thought I might get, her eyes lit up, and she welcomed me into her home. She said, absolutely, come in. And as we got to talking, and we actually started talking about some Civil War history, her eyes kind of lit up again, and she said, do you like Civil War history? And I was like, yeah. I don't know what metal detectors doesn't like Civil War history. So she said, come with me. And she took me into a back room, and she showed me a couple things that I'm getting ready to share with you. And she said, these have been in my family for a while. She wasn't exactly sure where they had come from, but she said, I want you to have them. I've known her for 5 minutes, and she gave this to me. Now, I'm not suggesting that every door knocking experience that you go through is going to be like this, but I've made 2 new friends, and that's not going to go away just because I've metal detected their yard. That relationship is going to stay. And matter of fact, I did the front yard and I did a part of the backyard yesterday, but at the end of the day, I just got tired, and it's a huge backyard. And she told me, she said, Chris, you don't even have to ask anymore. When you want to come back into the backyard and the pasture back behind it, you just come. So I'm a firm believer that there's a lot of good people out there, and sometimes all it takes is just knocking on that door and saying hello, tell them who you are. So with no further ado, I'm so excited to show you guys what she gave me. This is really cool. Hang on. Okay, guys, well, here are the gifts that Susan and Kent gave to me. They are 2 displayable pieces with items from the Battle of Chancellorsville, Virginia, and from the Battle of Fredericksburg, Virginia. And this is kind of special to me because I have relatives that fought in both of these campaigns. So the only thing that's missing out of both of them is the glass was broken during transit during their last move. But I'll show you what is a part of this, and I'm going to have glass built for these and have them displayed. So we have a .52 caliber Confederate ringtail sharps with a huge gash in it. Some type of period buckle. If anyone knows exactly what that went off of, that would be cool. Some type of a large rivet. My guess is it came off of a saddle or a cartridge box or something along those lines. I do know what this is. This is a J-hook, and this would have hung from a knapsack and held certain items for the soldier. A percussion cap. It's really, really cool. And a button. And I don't know anything about this button. I don't see any insignia, anything like that. So I'm not 100% sure that this is even a military button. You know, when somebody gives you a gift like this, you don't ask for certificates of authenticity. But I mean, I believe all these to be true, and period. I have no reason whatsoever not to believe that. For the items from the Battle of Fredericksburg, this is a Sharps carbine. Another flat button, a little bit larger than the other one. The shank is intact. There's still some gilt left on the back. I'll have to look that up just a little bit. It looked like there was some writing on there. And I'm sure somebody knows what this is, but I'm afraid I haven't gotten that far with my relic discoveries to know exactly what that is. If anybody knows, I'd love it if you'd put a comment in there. I'm guessing this is another rivet. And then what could possibly be one of the coolest things in here is this old pocket knife. It's deteriorated quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and set it back in there. But, holy cow. Could you imagine going to a door knocking permission request and having somebody give you these gifts? I'm so blessed and I'm so thankful to Kent and Susan. I'm glad that I made your friendship, and whether or not you gave me these gifts or not, I'm glad that that happened. So, guys, this is Chris Boardwine with Davie County Diggers. I'm signing off. I know that the finds today were small, but these two gifts right here certainly more than makes up for that. I appreciate you watching the video. If you haven't already done so, it would mean the world to me if you'd give me a like and subscribe. If you haven't already done so, find me on Facebook. We're at Davie County Diggers. Come on out and say hey. We'll talk to you on the next hunt. See you guys.
I'm a rambler and a drifter, a taker and a giver. You can chase me all your life, but you can't outrun the river.